Hi chums, it's about 7:30 in the evening and I'm really happy. I'm absolutely exhausted, but I'm really happy, and I'll show you why. It's been very wet here, as you know, but I got the grass cut and I'm so happy. Now, this is the first cut of the year, so it's not very well done, but I tell you what, it looks a lot tidier than it did. Now, all along here I did my annual spray back with the glyphosate to kill off the weeds and brambles and things, and then when I get the spaces cleared a bit, I'll be able to get flowers and stuff in, and that'll get that pretty well sorted out for the future. There's the amount of grass I took off. There's about 20 loads of grass there come off, and I did 2 cuts, one yesterday and one today, and it really has come up well. But you can see over here, you can see like little ridges along on the grass. The mower's not cutting properly, the deck's broken, and if to get it welded, but it's working well enough that it's letting me get it cut because I needed to get it done. It was so long, and the problem was that you can see it's very white now because it's got kind of scorched through the sun, but I had to get down there because this is still very wet here. But I want to show you something that really has pleased me today. My wife came out today and started helping me to do a job that she knows I've had like a monkey on my back for the last 3 years. And it's this piece here in front of the greenhouse, just over here. It's not a big area, it's only about 10 feet by 6, but in there I set trays on plastic to stop weeds coming up. I put trays full of plants and seedlings that were ready to go out into the garden and ready for people to take away, but the people didn't turn up and pick them up and stuff, and they just sat, and then the weeds grew through them and stuff with the Scotch grass. I'll come back to that in a minute. Excuse me. So today we started, and Rosemary sat beside the wheelbarrow and she emptied the pots in and cleaned them while I dug them out, and it was a long session, I can tell you, but look, it's done, and I'll show you better from here. I'm really pleased with it. It's just made my day to get it done. So as you can see, it's cleaned this area up really well. Now tomorrow's job going to be get all these bamboos sorted out, but you can see from the wheelbarrow, like that's a pretty big wheelbarrow there, and you can see the amount of stuff in it. Like there's hundreds of plants that were taken out today and dumped. They weren't plants, they were dead. They died in the pots because they got pot bound and all the rest of it. These Daleks, they're not great. I don't like them at all. They don't seem to compost very well, and that's facing south there, so it should be getting plenty of sun, but it doesn't seem to do the job. You know, it doesn't. It only in a year it went down from the top about 3 inches in a year. It's all collapsed, so not brilliant. But as I say, I'm just delighted with that. I mentioned Scotch grass. I'm now looking for Scotch grass. Scotch grass is the one that climbs everywhere because it's well, that's it all over there, but I'm trying to get a better example for you. Well, there's it there actually. Let's see. See this stuff here? This is Scotch grass here. You can see it there. It's that grass that just clings and climbs. Right. I call it Scotch grass, but Rick in the south of England calls it couch grass. Ian and Dan further north call it couch grass. So it's couch in the south of England and it's couch in the north of England, and over in Wales Tony calls it couch grass, and then we call it Scotch. So it's couch, couch, couch and Scotch. We kind of put an S in front of it, but it's all the same thing, you know. It's still that awful invasive grass that we hate and spoils our day. Just looking down to strawberries. I showed you these strawberries about 2 weeks ago when there was virtually nothing happening, and look at them now. They're turning into huge things again. This is one plant, and it's about 1.5 feet in diameter. There's another one that's about 1.5 feet as well. There's 10 plants in that bed. Now, I'm going to take a lot out this year. There's runners there from last year. I'll take those out and put them into this bed, which you won't recognise in about 2 weeks' time. But as you can see, there's the bags of manure from last year that were supposed to get put in, and they were never done. There's another job Rosemary did for me today. She sorted all these plants out that were in pots for the last 5 or 6 years over there. And look, there's three or four trees have grown, whatever those are. So we'll have to do something with those. But there's spaces where we can fill in with those, which those won't be wasted. But these plants here are ones we took out of the front garden when we're getting work done there. So they're out again, and whenever we get this area up here all cleaned out, those are going to go in there. And in this area, this awful sort of shabby looking area here, this is going to be my pumpkin patch. And I'm trying to raise it up to get it out of the water because it's very, very wet there. So I'm raising this up, and as you can see, it's starting to take effect. We're getting a bit of height on it now, you know. So we're getting there. Trees, we're in a bit of a dilemma about the trees because the, where are we at here? With the trees, we hope to get them cut to last in the winter time, but it didn't get cold enough here for us to actually get the work done. So we couldn't bring in a cherry picker. The ground was too soft, and it's too soft still. So what might happen is we'll have to take them down during the summer when the leaves are on them, which is not ideal. It makes handling them awkward, and also means the sap is has risen in the tree, and that makes drying harder. It's not such a big issue if you're just burning the stuff, but I want a lot of the wood for turning, and the less sap we can get in it, the better, you know. It's ash, and it does move, you know. So, but we'll get something sorted out. It'll not be wasted anyway. What's not turned will be burnt or given away, and we'll take it from there. But I'm just watching, there's loads of birds about here. I must do a video for you on birds and let you hear them, because they really are lovely in the evening, in the morning time here. It's really beautiful. I'll show you the sky just before we go. What do you see? See, there's the evening sky. It's about 7:30 in the evening here now. And it's a beautiful, beautiful day. It got a wee bit dull there in the evening, around about 5 o'clock. But there's not cirrus cloud there, the real wispy ones. But it's just lovely now. So it'll be cloudy tomorrow, and good, sort of sunshine and cloud tomorrow. Good on Monday, and rain Tuesday, Wednesday. And then for Dale Calder, look, Dale, these are the daikon radish, which are about 1.5 feet long. And I left those to see what would happen to him. We eat a couple of them, but to be honest with you, Dale, they just didn't really work for us, you know. There's a big long one there. Look at the size of that boy there. You know, it's about 1.5 feet long. So they were good fun, but they didn't really. I like radishes, but they just didn't do it for me, you know. But I suppose we can't all like everything. So that's it. But as I say, I'll show you my little spot over in the corner again. I'm really, really pleased with that. So in the last house I was in, that area there was about the size of my back garden. So kind of spoiled here, you know. So there you are. So that's it, folks. Just come out for a couple of minutes. Have a happy Easter, and however you celebrate this particular time of the year, and we'll see you in the next one. Okay, all the best now. Bye bye.